Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome to my channel. On the 27th of March, that's a Friday, Saturn forms a powerful sextile with Pluto. This is really a supportive transit for all of us. It works through effort, focus, and choice. Today, I'll cover what a sextile is, what Saturn represents, what Pluto represents, what this aspect opens up for us. I'll also look at each sign, so scroll down for your sun, moon, and rising sign. So what is a sextile? This happens when two planets are about 60 degrees apart. It creates opportunity. A sextile works when you engage with it. Think of it like this. You have time, but you decide how to use it. You have a tool, but you have to pick it up. You get an opening, but you must step through it. So what is Saturn all about? It gets a bit of a bad rap in astrology. It can be a little bit like a strict teacher, which is not always bad. Saturn relates to time, responsibility, limits, structure. Saturn asks you, what are you building? What are you willing to commit to? What can be done step by step? Saturn works through consistency. Now for Pluto, it's the Tower in the tarot. Pluto relates to things like power, control, endings, renewal. Pluto shows where change is unavoidable. It asks, what has reached its limit? Where does power sit? What must change so something else can continue? Pluto works beneath the surface and takes time. So let's put it all together and chat about Saturn Sextile Pluto. What it offers us. This energy helps us to work steadily, concentrate for longer periods, commit to meaningful goals. Also, we'll feel happy when we make progress or finish off something. This is a time of structured change. Rules, systems, and responsibilities can shift slowly but effectively. It's worth asking in your life. Is this worth maintaining? Does this support the future? I should also just say that discipline does not necessarily block creativity here. New approaches can come through structure. Growth happens gradually and with intention. We meet challenges directly. You are likely to work efficiently and with purpose. Okay, so let's look at each sign. For you, Aries, you have Saturn in the 11th house and Pluto in the 10th house. Combined, the 10th and 11th houses are asking you to align your long-term goals with your public direction. Your career choices can help your future plans, and responsibility in leadership roles can strengthen your place within groups, networks, or communities. For me, there is a strong connection between the 10th and 11th houses. The 10th house shows the action, while the 11th house shows the result, income gains, of that action. Enjoy the fruits of your hard work. For you, Taurus, you have Saturn in the 10th house and Pluto in the 9th house. Combined, the 9th and 10th houses are asking you to align belief systems with career direction. Education, teaching, or knowledge can reshape professional goals, helping you build a path that reflects what you stand for. The link between the 10th and 9th house often brings career-related travel to foreign lands, improving your reputation and generating work success. Also, the 9th house relates to teachers or fathers, and the 10th to the public, suggesting that career success can be inherited, guided by mentors, or involve taking on leadership roles. For you, Gemini, you have Saturn in the 9th house and Pluto in the 8th house. Combined, the 8th and 9th houses are asking you to rethink your long-term commitments around learning, trust, and shared money. Your clear thinking will help deeper agreements and strengthens future planning. For a lucky few, the 9th house, to do with luck and fortune, can work with the 8th house to mean gains through inheritance, parental property, or unexpected windfalls. Let's hope. For you, Cancer, you have Saturn in the 8th house and Pluto in the 7th house. Combined, the 7th and 8th houses are asking you to redefine partnership expectations. Shared responsibilities can become clearer, allowing your relationships to grow through honesty and mutual effort. There is also a money aspect here. The 8th house dictates the wealth, assets, and financial changes that occur through the spouse or business partners. 7th house. For you, Leo, you have Saturn in the 7th house and Pluto in the 6th house. Combined, the 6th and 7th houses are asking you to balance daily work with relationship commitments. This can look like setting clearer routines so shared responsibilities run more smoothly, such as organizing schedules, dividing tasks, or improving how you collaborate at work. When systems are in place, cooperation becomes easier, whether that's with a partner, a client, or a teammate. For me, the 6th house governs health, so the 7th house occupant here might indicate a partner who helps you manage illness, or a partnership that involves managing debt or service to others together. It's an interesting combo. Let's see what happens. For you, Virgo, you have Saturn in the 6th house and Pluto in the 5th house. Combined, the 5th and 6th houses are asking you to support creativity through discipline. This can look like setting aside regular time for a personal project, keeping a routine around a hobby, or creating structure that supports children or creative work. When daily habits are steady, you're better able to give consistent attention to what brings joy and personal meaning. I remember my astrology teacher always saying, after the wild adventures of a 5th house romance, the 6th house brings a person back down to earth to clean up their messes and build a stable routine. For you, Libra, you have Saturn in the 5th house and Pluto in the 4th house. Combined, the 4th and 5th houses are asking you to build personal expression on a stable foundation. This can look like creating space at home for creative work, setting boundaries with family so you can focus on romance or hobbies, or establishing routines that support children or personal projects. When your home life feels settled, it becomes easier to express yourself and enjoy what you create. For you, Scorpio, you have Saturn in the 4th house and Pluto in the 3rd house. Combined, the 3rd and 4th houses are asking you to create stability through clear communication. This can look like setting boundaries around conversations at home, organizing daily schedules, or addressing family matters through honest discussion. When thinking and communication are structured, it becomes easier to create a sense of order and security in your home environment. It's interesting to note that the 3rd house governs your local community and neighbors, which often directly shapes your domestic home life. 4th house. So there is a strong link here. For you, Sagittarius, you have Saturn in the 3rd house and Pluto in the 2nd house. Combined, the 2nd and 3rd houses are asking you to strengthen security with money through focused thinking and communication. This can look like developing your practical skills, organizing your finances through better planning, or being more intentional about how you use your time and attention. Clear priorities and consistent follow-through can help you support income, confidence, and stability. Remember, the 2nd house determines what you value, assets, skills, while the 3rd house determines how you share or negotiate those values through communication. So the link is important here. For you, Capricorn, you have Saturn in the 2nd house and Pluto in the 1st house. Combined, the 1st and 2nd houses are asking you to align personal direction with values and resources. This can look like redefining priorities around money, simplifying spending to support long-term goals, or changing how you present yourself based on what truly feels secure and sustainable. When your values are clear, it becomes easier to move forward with confidence. The 1st house defines your core identity and how you present yourself. The 2nd house shows how you build value, secure your possessions, and create financial stability to support that identity. The link here is vital. For you, Aquarius, you have Saturn in the 1st house and Pluto in the 12th house. Combined, the 12th and 1st houses are asking you to take responsibility for both inner and outer change. This can look like simplifying your schedule to protect energy, becoming more aware of your habits that run automatically, or doing behind-the-scenes work that supports your personal growth. When your inner patterns are looked at, it becomes easier to move forward with self-direction. Often, the 12th house contains karmic debts or lessons that must be processed before the individual can fully embrace their 1st house identity. For you, Pisces, you have Saturn in the 12th house and Pluto in the 11th house. Combined, the 11th and 12th houses are asking you to prepare quietly for future goals. This can look like stepping back to clarify long-term plans, limiting involvement in groups that drain energy, or focusing on inner work that helps your future connections. Time spent behind the scenes now helps you show up more intentionally in communities and shared aims later. It's interesting to note, the 11th house is the seat of tangible hopes and what you wish to see in the world. The 12th house governs the intangible dreams and thought forms that may or may not manifest in reality. So somehow, Pisces, Saturn is asking you to put some structure into this dreamy state. Not easy, I know, but if there's one sign who can manage this, it's probably you, Pisces.